Yikes. I mean, at this point, it's like it just doesn't end. The Haneys are back at it again. Bill Haney is back at it again. In this video, I will take you through it, let you know what went on, who said what, who did what. I mean, at this point, it's sounding like a broken record, if you will. So, should be a fun video. Make sure you guys subscribe. Now, Bill Haney is back at it again, as I mentioned. I will pull it up. I made this graphic for you. Bill Haney says that him and Devin Haney, his son, who is a boxer, got more Mexicans mad than Donald J. Trump because they filed a lawsuit versus Ryan Garcia. So, there's that. This is the actual tweet. I will enlarge it on the screen for your viewing pleasure. Bill Haney on his verified Twitter. He says, I filed a lawsuit again. And notice he says I. He didn't say like me and Devin, but whatever. I filed a lawsuit. So for me, this kind of stipulates that this was his idea, which is a big problem because your great idea, because you're kind of taking ownership for it. You just said I filed. You didn't say Devin filed or we filed. You said I filed. So this leads me to believe that you thought somehow this was in the best interest for Devin Haney. But since this has happened, Devin's career has taken a deeper hit. It has already like taken a hit from the Ryan fight performance. But then now people forever have his name attached to like courtrooms and like judges and stuff like that. Devin the lawsuit Haney. You guys can go to any comment section and you'll see people keep bringing up this lawsuit. So for me, it's backfired. I don't know why they continue to put out messages like this, but let me get through it. Let me get through it, and then I'll give you my thoughts. I filed a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia for PEDs and somehow got some Mexicans more mad at Bill and Devin Haney than Donald J. Trump. I don't know what Trump has to do with this. I mean, except for, I guess, build a wall or ICE. I don't know. Whatever. This is not my tweet. And it says, you can't make this ish up. Crying emoji. What was the purpose of this tweet? I want to know from you, the viewers. Yes, you at home. What was the point of this from Bill Haney? And I'm being so realistic with you guys. I do not recall offhand, if you guys can recall, a fighter in the last, I want to say 5 years, like a cool 5 years, in the last 5 years or so, that their brand was up here and like climbing, and then in a matter of like, at this point, a year, but we'll say really within 6 to 8 months, it took a drastic turn for the worse and nosedive. And I feel like the Haneys have been trying to pull the plane back up ever since, because they nosedive and now they're trying to pull it back up. We'll see what happens in the fight with Jose Ramirez. That remains to be seen. Depending on the outcome, there might be a whole lot to talk about there. Just really depends on how the fight plays out. We have to first get to the fight on May 2nd. I really feel this. I don't know everybody's setup, but to me, it appears the Haneys are in dire need of like a PR person or somebody to step in the mix and kind of rebrand and help them rebrand and focus on what's important. Devin has made himself money, so financially he's doing well. He only has the Ryan performance, which was pretty much expunged and overturned because Ryan popped dirty, which he did, Osterine. And now, you just got to build back because although you have the O, a lot of fans aren't looking at it as like you're impossible to beat. It's just what it is. Because we watched the fight, Ryan had something in the system. Based on that and that technicality, that's the only reason the fight got reversed, right? So you just have to get back into, making sure all your opponents are clean, which they're trying to do. People sign up for VADA, cool. And then do your training camps and stuff. But instead, Bill Haney keeps like insisting on stuff like this. And I notice in the messaging, he keeps talking about like Hispanics and Latinos and Mexican fans. And it's weird because there's elements of racial double standards, right? I talk about this all the time, but I also believe Bill Haney is not a great messenger for that message. Like, you can't have several DUIs yourself and then now you're supposed to be the advocate for people not drunk driving. I mean, you can do it, but it doesn't look the same as a person like me. Like, I don't do drugs, so I can talk on these videos anything I want. I've never done drugs. You will never find a person on this earth that said they was out there getting high with ego and doing drugs. It's not my thing. It's never been my thing, right? To do hardcore drugs or anything, or mushrooms or Molly and none of that. Lean, I ain't done none of that. Never tried it, right? So I'm qualified to talk about this. But you see, for the Ryan fight, Bill Haney had a Mexican flag and he was holding it like a cape. Devin Haney at the Ryan fight had a Mexican flag. You two are not Mexican. So you were pandering to Mexican fans, and then you were putting out t-shirts such as this. Ryan is not La Raza, Mexicans for Haney. So you were trying to basically steal the Mexican vote, the Latino vote, and you even put Mexican flag colors, green, white, and red, right? So you're wearing the flag. You're telling everybody, you did interviews and videos saying, man, Ryan ain't La Raza. Is Ryan La Raza? And he was asking people, you put out this shirt, which Ryan put a cease and desist on, right? So on and so forth. Devin came up in Mexico, fighting in Tijuana. He wearing sombreros and ponchos and Mexico shirts and Mexico colors, right? And then you guys were like, yeah, this is it. We took him to Mexico. So you want credit for, going that route. But then now the fans is like, I guess some of the Mexican fans, maybe in your comment section, after you've been pandering to Latinos and trying to steal the Latino vote, right? And wearing Mexican flags, now you don't like it because there are maybe some Mexican fans that are going ham. World Star also posted it, and the comments aren't nice. You guys look through them. Take the L and sit down already. Devin is fighting on Ryan's undercard. Crying emoji. Bill really can't accept his son got ragdolled and is milking the heck out of this clear loss. Just take a L. It's been 6 months? That's what I'm saying. So it's not just my page. I already know they're going crazy on my page, laughing. Nah, Bill is ruining his son's career. Sad to see, man. You know what I mean? Bill is just rage bait bot at this point. Bill already destroyed that boy career. I've been said it. You know what I mean? And now you're like looking desperate. You're looking desperate. You was the same person with the Mexico flag and the La Raza Mexicans for Haney shirt. And then now when your brand is not on the up and up, and I guess some of the Mexican fans is roasting you or turned on you or whatever, now you're not pandering to that side. Now you're trying to go back and get the black vote. Like, oh, no, it's racial double standards. No, you can't play both sides of the fence. You got to be consistent throughout. That's what your boy ego is. I have morals, virtues, values, and principles, and throughout my career, it's always been that. But you can't play both sides, and then when it don't work, then now you want to retreat.